So we are at the Olive Branch Baptist Church Cemetery Graveyard here in Greene County, Indiana. Fairly large, and there are some burials from the mid-1800s, probably 200 or 300 total. We thought it kind of jumped out at us, this old donations box here near the front, but we figure we are just gonna kind of tour and just see what we can find. We're actually looking for, you know, some of the older stones, older burials, which are always pretty interesting. There's some of these, there's just so much algae. This one here looks like it's coming off of its foundation a bit. Just kind of taking a look. This is an infant. Looks like the name is difficult, but it looks like it's 1880.
This is like
more than likely
80, like 1 or something.
1881, yeah, it looks like it. Difficult to tell. I'm gonna see if we can use a flashlight to kind of help create kind of a shadow over some of these names, but it really is hard. Sometimes through the camera you can see a little bit better. Just shooting out, it looks like actually Horatio maybe for this name, but it's really hard to see. Price, Edward Price, born 1856, it looks like died 1909. Several stones here. This one here to the right is falling. Haseman, I believe. Hard to tell. Viola, maybe. I may be way off on that. Wife of, I can't make that out. Yeah, maybe 1901. This one that has fallen is just, I don't think that's going to be readable, and this might just be maybe just a foundation to a stone. Here's a really pretty one. One of these kind of a tree stump type of stone. Kind of the woodman of the world type of stone, 1905. The name is really hard to see. I don't know if that's, is this maybe Cullison? Can you see if this is?
Oh yeah,
it looks like a Cullison. These stones are always pretty interesting. It's always neat to see the craftsmanship, and then
old flowers up
the very old flowers, aren't they? We have another Haseman, 1865 to, I can't tell, looks like Ida, 1930 something. There's some algae growing in the year that she passed away. Here's an old stone that's just kind of broken apart, kind of moved down. Looks like we're heading into some newer burials down this way, but there are a few older ones. Everett, son of H and A Cheney, 1906 to maybe 1916.
Yeah.
It looks like. Little lamb on the front. 3 years old. I can't really make out the name. Daughter of Herbert and Hannah Hollingsworth, it looks like, but I can't make it out. You know, it's kind of interesting. You would think that, you know, these folks have passed away, you know, 100 years ago, and over 100 years later they'd be on a YouTube video, you know, like their names aren't forgotten. That's what's neat about doing this. They actually are remembered with, you know, videos like this, which I think is kind of neat. Again, very beautiful work here, but I can't make out. Son of something, Thomas. Looks like the last name Thomas, November 1914. This cemetery is small enough to where you can actually just sort of take a look. Cass. It's difficult to see the name. Gerald's, maybe?
Yeah.
1913.
8 or
Yeah.
something, maybe?
Here's a stone that's been repaired at some point. It's very hard to see. A little bit of a cold fall day here. Okay, let's see what we've got. Can you help me brush off some of the looks like Amanda, wife of William Underhill, died 18.
There's a like.
Yeah, there's some algae, right? That's hard to tell. 22 years, 5 months. There's an epitaph that is hard to read, but that looks like possibly trying to follow it along with my finger, but it's hard. There's 65 years old, but Johnson, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
The first name is hard to read, died 1879. So this one's just so hard to tell. It's a shame. In a few years, the cemetery is very well kept up.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't take long for the grass to really grow over these, and then they'd be gone. Edward, it looks like Edwards, maybe. Difficult to tell.
Son of, and then I don't know what it said.
4 years old, died. It looks like 1879 for that one. We've got another Stevens, husband William Stevens, died 1907. Kind of move along. Here is one that is very much just covered in algae. Born 1876, died August 26th, 1879 maybe.
Yeah.
This one here has just kind of collapsed and is falling down. Henderson, but I'm not going to be able to get much else out of that. I'm not going to move it. Let's kind of take a look at some other ones here. We've got a World War II vet, Ralph Bledsoe, U.S. Army World War II, Civil War. Felix Bryant, Indiana Private Company G, 74th Regiment, Indiana Infantry, 1844 to 1921. And then we have the World War II veteran, Ralph Bledsoe. Here's a World War.
Wife or something?
Let's go take a look.
Like
Martha Bryant. I'm guessing because I don't know, but Martha N. Bryant, he was 1844 to 1921. That looks like 1918. So I'm guessing that is husband and wife. Look at this one. Here's a World War I
that's awesome.
monument. You can tell the base is older, and then the memorial here on the front is newer. Emil Haseman, Corporal, 222nd Field Signal Battalion, World War I, 1888 to 1949. Some larger ones here. Looks like Pope. Difficult to tell the first name. Can you make that out? Hannah?
Yeah.
I think. Daughter of J and M Pope, born 1868, died 1903. It seems this is a really big one. This one here is probably 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Jacob Pope, born 1818, died 1892. Yeah, that's taller than 6.5 foot tall. It's taller than you are. Here is another tree trunk, kind of a woodman of the woodman of the world. Mary Pope, 18, and that could be I wonder if that would be the wife to Jacob. It's hard to tell. 19 something. You can see the epitaph on the side of Jacob's, but it's very hard to read, impossible to read. John Riggle, born 1887 to 1911. That's a really neat looking monument with the R here in the front. Bible maybe. That it could be maybe a Bible. Maybe the guy was a school teacher.
Yeah.
Something like that. It's kind of scanning around to see if there are any more really old ones. There's another old donation box. We've got some memorials here, but or even bases, but they are collapsed. Here's a, looks like a broken, maybe a broken monument. No, it's just kind of sinking in. James, it's hard to, 18, looks like 1903. It's gonna kind of move around toward, as we get closer to the church, the memorials are a little bit older. So if we move back this direction, I think we're going to run into some older ones. Because, you know, it would have started here on the church property and just kind of spread out. I'm getting a little shadow from the sun. John C. Maxwell, 1847 to 1914. Something ye bless. Can you make out what that says?
Wow.
Right here.
The dome or something? I can't.
It's hard to tell. Looks like a little one. Died 1911, 2 years old. William Maxwell, 1877 to 1916. Melvin Moody, died 1918. Eugene, son of L.A. Brown, 1909 to 1912, it looks like. Some of these stones are very large. Verla Marie, daughter of Oliver and Ida, 2 years old. Beasley. It's a lot of little ones buried here. Look at this enormous monument. Thomas Beasley, 1842 to 1925, and Nancy Jane, his wife. Bessie Beasley, she believes and sleeps in Jesus. Bessie O. Beasley, wife of W.E. Pigg. William Beasley, born 1865, died 1897. A huge one. This is probably the biggest one. Another Beasley.
Feet or something?
Yeah, that's got to be 8 feet tall. Beasley was definitely a prominent family here. Oops, sorry. Francis, wife of Alexander Beasley, died 1882. There's an epitaph on the side, but you really can't read it. Kind of a marking. And yeah, and Alexander Beasley.
This one's like
died 1891. Yeah, the Haydock.
Yeah.
Mark, 1843 to 1914. This side, they have just some massive markers, don't they?
Yeah.
August
F. August F, or like
Uffelman. Looks like UFF. Uffelman, born 1891.
Yeah. Uffelman.
This one is really breaking up. Uffelman too. You see the base is coming apart. Looks like they've jammed some concrete in there just to kind of keep it up. Died 1899. Carolina. And did we say the first name was August?
No.
Oh, that was the other one. This is one that we just couldn't see. A few more older ones here. William Stockram, born in Germany, 1815, died 1892. And Catherine, wife of William Stockram, died 1892. Here's just a little lonely stone just all by itself. There's really aren't any markings, or if there were, at some point they're long gone. And then we've got two more really remarkable ones. This is really big. William Beasley, 1871 to 1893. Sleep on William, thy work is done, Jesus has come. And
is it or something?
Took.
And
yeah, something the home. I'm not sure.
Old or something?
Yeah, it could be. That is a little hard to. The rest of it was fine. That last one was hard to read. Very large. And then we have another Beasley. The Beasleys really have some massively big stones here. Elizabeth and Isaac Beasley, 1849 to 1918 and 1846 to 1917. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you for watching, and be sure to join us on our next adventure.